creating the light in the scene. It's receiving GI as well, but it's not actually in the view, so you don't really need to worry about that. But this is the important ones: generate caustics and receive caustics. You need to make sure these are on, otherwise you won't get that nice caustic glow on the plane object. And again, scene scale dependent is quite important. You need to maybe play with this radius of the caustics, because that will kind of help you see how big that caustic effect is going to be on the floor. Let's just knock that up to 200 and we'll render that region there just to see what happens. I haven't played much with the scale in this scene because I kind of hit it off just second time. First time I had it set to 10 meters and it was just a bit too small, but we'll up the size now and just see what happens. I'm guessing it's going to be quite strong and quite a large reflective or refractive caustics here on the ground plane where the light's passing through it. So that's a little look at using the transparency channel and adding caustics. Remember that the caustics effects has to be turned on in the GI panel and in your material panel or your lighting, depending on which way you're lighting the scene. But I find that for caustics, using a material like this with a very high value works better, and that will let you render out quite realistic looking glass. I think one thing I would do if I was making this as a final image for a client perhaps is to just randomize some of the bottom of the glass here, because I'm looking at a glass that I've just finished of Coke, and the glass itself isn't even underneath, and that might be because it's a cheap IKEA glass, it might not. So a little bit of variation in there would probably help sell it. And looking again, I can see that there's a slight lip on the edge at the top here. It doesn't just curve straight over, it gets slightly wider at the top. And back to this one again, the only difference is in lighting here. The HDR that I've used on the sky object to light the scene, so this one was a kind of a nighttime. I think it was in fact the second HDR that I used on the reflection tutorial, and this one is, let's just open it up so you can see, is this image here, which I think you've probably seen in another one of my tutorials as well. Let's move that out of the way, and yeah, you can see it's slightly bigger but less bright, a little bit less bright, and there's also this highlight here is